Welcome back to the Strive to Thrive program. We are officially on the last workout of level 1. Congratulations for making it this far. I know you're going to work hard today for the last workout of this first level. We're going to have some fun. We've got some more coordination and core exercises. And once again, we're going to practice getting up from the floor. I know you've been practicing since the last time I saw you. Maybe you're going to want to try a different way today. We're going to warm up first. We'll practice getting up off the floor once again, and then we'll get into some fun exercises for the day. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. So to start, I just want you to do some high knees, and we're going to add in some big forward arm circles. As always, make sure you feel comfortable. Hold on to a chair or a wall or counter at any point if you need to. Just slowly starting to warm up our muscles. And now from here, bring those heels back and cross the arms. All right, the next one we're going to do, you'll have your feet about hip width apart, shoulders down and back, chest out. All you're going to do is slide your arms down your thighs to about your knees. Slowly stand up, and as you do, reach up and kind of open up that chest to the ceiling, and just keep working through that motion. So really reach up as you bring those arms up, and as you slide those hands down, try to keep your chest out instead of hunching your back over. One more here, big stretch, and relax. Okay, you should have felt that a little bit in the back of the legs, as well as just kind of a full body stretch. This next one is going to be what I call a zombie. So you're going to try to reach towards your foot. You don't have to actually touch your foot. And if you need to be near something to hold on, feel free to do so. But you're just going to take the opposite hand and the opposite foot and try to kick up towards that hand. Like I said, if you can only get to about here, that's okay. Do the best you can. Just trying to reach. You should feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Warming up the arms still, as well as the torso. And stop. All right, next up, we're going to do a lateral tap out, and this time we're adding in a cross-body punch. So as my right leg comes out, punch across with my right arm. Getting in some of that rotation in the trunk. Awesome job, you can stop with that. Next, you're going to bring the arms out, pull the arms back as far as you can, and give yourself a big hug, arching your upper back a little. Just keep working through that. Alternate which arm is on top each time if you can. Stretch out your chest and your upper back. Last one. And relax. All right, next up, we're twisting side to side. Pivoting on that back foot. Try to keep your eyes looking level as you twist. You're not looking down to the floor. Okay, you can stop with that one. Next, we're just going to roll our shoulders back. Big circles, a few times. And then let's finish off with some wrist circles. Switch directions. And stop. Okay, now that we're warmed up, we're going to practice what we learned last time with getting up and down off the floor. I want you to go ahead and clear some space around you, which might mean making sure this floor is clear, you have a sturdy chair nearby that you can use to lean on to press up, and if you have any knee sensitivities, you may want a blanket or a pillow to have just to use under your knees as we practice getting up from the floor as well. So if you need to go ahead and clear some space around you, now's the time to do it, and then we're going to practice getting up from the floor. All right, now that you have some space around you, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can use to get up from the floor. The first option is going to use a chair for assistance. The second option is going to use your upper body strength mostly. And the third option is going to mostly be using your legs for the strength. You can do whichever one feels the most comfortable to you. I'm going to show you the 3 options and then we're going to practice together. All 3 options will have you starting out on the floor on your back, and the first few steps will be the same for all 3. So to start, you'll be laying on your back with your legs out straight. From here, you're going to bend one knee, bring the other arm over. You're going to roll to the side of the arm that's up. From there, you'll bend both knees. Push yourself up with your arms and make your way onto all 4s. Those steps for all 3 are what remain the same. Now to use the chair, all you're going to do is crawl to the chair, put your hands on the seat, press yourself up, and stand up that way. Okay, option number 2. I'm just going to show you from the hands and knees position. You're going to be here. Now this one, you're going to curl your toes under, push your knees up, and actually walk yourself back to slowly stand up. So that one is using more of the upper body strength. And for option 3, you would have already gone through the steps to get on all 4s. To use your legs, you're going to swing one leg around and use your leg either with 1 or 2 hands to press yourself up. So those are the 3 options. Now it's your turn to practice. All I'm asking you to do today is at least practice 1 time, whichever way seems the most comfortable. So go ahead and make your way down to the floor, laying on your back, starting out with your legs straight. So once you're in this position, you're going to bend one knee, bring the opposite arm over your head, roll to that side, and then you're going to bend both knees, use your arms to push yourself up, and then bring your legs under to get on all 4s. So at this point now, you decide if you want to crawl to the chair to press up, curl your toes under and walk your hands back, or swing your leg around and use your leg to stand up. So choose which option is best for you, take your time, and slowly get up. As you're working through that, I'm just going to explain that this is so important to know how to do. You may be on the floor with your grandchildren or anything like that, and if you're on the floor, you want to know how to get up safely and effectively, that's when these methods come into play. So I hope you feel somewhat comfortable doing this. The only way to feel more comfortable is to practice this in the comfort of your own home. So I would definitely recommend you practice this, and the more you practice, the better and easier it will get. So now that we've done that, that's all you have to do for today. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and move on to our next exercises. Great job with your practice getting up off the floor. Now let's jump into some exercises that are going to work on coordination. They're going to get your brain involved, and we're also going to work those core muscles today. Our first exercise is going to be marching in place. So go ahead and start out marching in place. This is part 1 of it, by the way. We will add. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms up, down, and out to the side as you march. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So out in front and to the side. Some of these exercises today, like I said, they're going to work your brain. The coordination aspect may be a little challenging. Don't stress too much about it. The main thing is that you keep moving. You're standing up tall. Keep marching a little longer. And relax. Okay, hopefully that went well. This next exercise is going to be a level up from what we just did. So let's start out now tapping your toes out in front of you. So toe taps here, like we've done in warm-ups. Now we're adding in the arms, doing the same thing we did last time. So out in front and to the side. Let's begin. You may feel that this might feel a little more challenging just because we're tapping our toes out in front. Our arms and legs don't always want to do different things. Stay with me a little longer. And relax. Great job with that. I hope now your brain is awake and you're ready to keep moving on to the next exercises. For this next one, you do need some wall space. The next exercise we're going to do is a wall sit. So you want to make sure that your feet are about maybe a foot away from the wall. You're going to lean against that wall in a seated position, just like you're sitting in a chair. The more bent your knees are, the more challenging the exercise will be. So go ahead and get in a position that feels the most comfortable for you. I'm not going to say comfortable. Knees are bent. Then from here, you're going to bring that low back flat against the wall by slightly tilting your hips forward. And we're going to start out sitting here for about 15 seconds. If you can help not resting your arms on your legs, maybe you're just hanging out here, that's great. But if you need to rest your hands on your thighs, you can. Okay, you can stand up for a minute. Shake out your legs a little. That was part one of the exercise. I know you're thinking, uh-oh, what is she going to add? Don't worry, it's all fun. We're celebrating today. So you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. What we're going to do next, you don't have to get in the position quite yet. I'll show you, and then we'll do it. All we're going to do on this one is you're still going to be holding the wall sit. You're going to do 2 thigh claps and a clap. Just here while you're sitting. Okay, so go ahead and get in your position. Knees are bent, back's against the wall. Low back is flat against the wall. Shoulders are back. Now that we're in this position, we're going to work our legs and have some fun with it. Here we go. So 2 claps, or 2 taps I should say, clap. You can even think to yourself, we will rock you. It's kind of that B. Looking straight ahead. Weights through your heels, not your toes. One more time. And relax. Okay, hopefully those legs felt it some. Maybe the tapping and the clapping provided a little bit of a distraction for you. That's the goal. The next one we're going to do is to really focus on getting our core muscles engaged. It's our wood chop. I want your feet a little bit more narrow than hip width apart. You're going to bring your hands together, standing up nice and tall. Your core is engaged. Pull that belly button back towards your spine, slightly tuck the tailbone under. We're going to start out on our right hip and bring our straight arms up towards the left shoulder. So we're practicing our golf swing if you're a golfer. We're going to do it on both sides. Let's go ahead and begin. Here, slowly rotate up, start down, and come up. Just working through this range of motion. Your eyes follow your arms up. You're still breathing. And relax. Okay, now we're going on the other side. Hands together. Hands start at your left hip. This time we'll be rotating up to the right shoulder. Let's go ahead and begin. Don't forget to breathe still. Your arms stay mostly straight. You should be feeling this exercise on your sides. Last one. And relax. Awesome job with that low to high wood chop. The next few exercises are going to be a modification of a plank. So just a little side note about this, if you have a counter nearby, the counter is going to be a little bit easier than the chair. But if you are using a chair, you want to make sure it's up against the wall all the way just for safety reasons. I'll show you each one as we go along. Again, I want you to feel comfortable doing this, so do it whether it's at the counter or the chair to your comfort level. The first exercise, is going to be what's called a chair inchworm. So the way this will look is you're going to start pretty close to the chair or the counter. You're going to bring your hands down. You're going to walk your feet out until your body's nice and straight. You're looking just between your thumbs. Hold it briefly. And then you're going to walk your feet up and stand up nice and tall. Again, coming down, looking down between your thumbs, walking your feet out, keeping your hips down slightly, not too far down, but not too far up as well. So you want your body to be nice and straight. Hold it briefly, and then walk those feet up. Again, the counter will be easier, the chair will be a little bit more difficult. So do whichever one is best for you. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Go ahead, bend over, walk those feet back, hold it briefly, and walk the feet back up. Standing up all the way nice and tall, shoulders back, chest out. Go at your own pace for this. Make sure as you walk those feet back that you're picking up your feet and not shuffling them. Still remembering to breathe. Make sure that body's staying as flat as you can. Keep it. We're going for one more. And go ahead and relax. Okay, great job with that. Now what you're going to notice is these next exercises are going to have this position in it. So that was kind of a warm-up, if you will, for it. So this is going to be a chair plank. This is our next exercise. All you're going to do is hold that position. So a couple of side notes with this. You can perform the exercise on your hands, either on the counter or the chair. Whether you're doing it on the chair or the counter, there's a few things you want to keep in mind. First of all, you want to make sure if you're doing it on your hands that your wrists are directly below your shoulders. So what I mean by that is you're in a good position here rather than too far back this way. So that's the first step. Now, if being on your hands is a little bit too much for you, you can also do a plank on your forearms. This applies for both the counter or the chair. You can be down here and holding out this way. It's the same idea. This time, if you're holding that plank, your elbows will be below your shoulders. Still looking down just between your thumbs on your hands, or kind of between your shoulders if you're on your forearms. Still trying to keep your body as straight as you can. We're going to hold this plank for about 30 seconds. So go ahead, get in your desired position, and let's go ahead and begin. You want to make sure you're breathing. If your feet are a little bit wider, that will provide a greater base of support, making it a little bit easier, so that is an option. As you get tired, your hips may want to sag, or you may want to push those hips up. I want you to fight really hard to keep your body nice and straight. Looking between your thumbs or between your forearms, holding that strong core. And go ahead and relax. Slowly walk those feet up. Slowly standing up. If you feel a little lightheaded when you stand up, you're more than welcome to sit down for a second. I know sometimes when we're in that position, when we stand up, from all the blood rushing to our head, we can feel a little bit dizzy. The good news is we've got one more exercise. I know you're going to push through and stay strong with me on this. It is another version of a plank. This time, same position to start with. If you're comfortable doing it, you're going to lift one leg up and then the other leg up. So notice my leg is straight. You're not bending your leg. If you're laughing at me right now and saying there's no way I'm going to do that, you don't have to do it. You can hold a plank again, just like we did the last time. So remember, this is your workout. You make it to what you feel comfortable with. Again, you can also do this exercise on your forearms as well. We're going to hold it for about 30 seconds again. Last exercise, you're holding it the whole time. I know you've got it in you. Let's get in position, plank position, and begin. Kick one leg up, and then the other leg up, if you're comfortable with that. much more challenging. So if it's too much, go back to holding that plank position. You should still feel those ab muscles firing. It burns so good. Give me 10 more seconds. Keep breathing through. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walk those feet back up and then slowly stand up, sitting down if you need to. Okay, take a couple of deep breaths and applaud yourself because you made it through the exercises today. Now we're going to finish off with some stretches once again, starting with some standing stretches, finishing off with our seated stretches. Let me turn my chair. First up, let's stretch those calf muscles. Once again, bring that leg back, pressing that back heel into the floor, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just get that nice calf stretch. And go ahead and take it to the other side. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, pressing that back heel into the floor. And go ahead and bring that foot up. Go back to the first side, standing on the ball of your foot on the back. Bend both knees, tuck those hips forward to get a nice hip flexor stretch here. Standing up tall with the shoulders down and back. Go ahead and switch sides. Other foot back on the ball of your foot. Bend both knees, tuck those hips under. Just enjoy how good the stretches feel after you've worked so hard today. Go ahead and stand up. With the chair on your left side, bring the right foot behind the left foot. Stick the hips out to the right and bring that right arm over towards the left. Okay, great. Now the other side. Chair's on your right. Left foot behind the right foot. Stick your hips out to the left and reach over to the right. And relax. You can go ahead and have a seat now. Start out sitting towards the front of the chair. Bring your right leg out, hands on your left leg, and lean forward. Go ahead and switch legs. Bring that left leg out straight, hands on the right leg, and lean forward once again. And relax. Okay, piriformis stretch. Cross the right leg over the left, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling that nice stretch in the right glute. And go ahead and switch legs. Awesome job. Relax. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Let's just do some ankle circles. Switch directions. and give me some ankle pumps up and down. And relax. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to twist to one side, allowing your eyes to follow where your head goes to look straight ahead. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And twist to the other side, same thing. And bring it back to center. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times. Keep the shoulders down away from your ears. You're going to do some neck rotations, so looking over the right shoulder as far as you can, holding briefly, and then looking over the left shoulder. Keep working through that motion, holding on each side just for 1 or 2 seconds. Bring it back to center. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder, keeping the shoulders down. And the other side. Go ahead, bring it back to center. Relax the arms and the shoulders. You can sit back in your chair, and we're going to finish off with a few deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. One more time. And exhale. Awesome job! You have officially completed level 1 of the Strive to Thrive program. You have come such a long ways. I'm glad I've been on this journey with you. Thanks for joining me. Keep working hard.